Okay guys, welcome back to a brand new video. Now today we are going to be going through the new community crunch 311 for Ark Survival Evolved. Now sorry there has been a lack of uploads recently. Over the weekend it was my birthday, so I took a few days off. It's never the best time to take time off on YouTube when all the content's being released, because I always want to be keeping you guys up to date, you know, with all the Ark news. But I've been doing it for like the last 6 years and I hate when I take a break. It's like one of the worst things ever, but sometimes it has to happen. But we are back. So many videos are coming out of this week. So much exciting stuff is happening with the community. So I hope you are all doing well. Big shout out to everyone for showing support as well. And good luck to everyone in that giveaway. Obviously, if you enjoyed today's video, we're going to be going through. Smash that like button and subscribe if you're new around here. So let's get on with the video. So Community Crunch 311, we did have the Sarchos creature spotlight. It was very, very cool. I've seen it a few times. When I was away over for my birthday, I did actually watch it a lot and I wanted to make a video so badly. So I'm glad that I'm back to do that for you guys. So today we are excited to welcome to you a special creature spotlight edition of the Community Crunch. Jump in for your first look at the Sarchos in action. This optimistic creature upcoming with the free DLC map Fjordur. And here is the creature spotlight that we will watch right now. So, what do you guys think about that? It looks really, really cool. There's so much to talk about in that trailer, actually. So, let's actually get that into full... Oh, is he not going to let us go into full screen? Is he not going to let us go into full... Wildcard. Why is he not letting us go into full screen? But anyway, there's a lot to talk about. Lots of new stuff that we see there. As you can see, mount a minigun and cause havoc with the upcoming Sarchos saddle. Though the Sarchos may not be able to absorb as much damage as some of Ark's larger creatures, it's sure to cause some mayhem while protecting its rider in its airtight enclosure. Check out this post for more information on new creatures that will arrive in Fjordur June 2022. And obviously this is the dossier if you guys haven't seen it already. So looking at this trailer, when we hop into it, some of the things that we can tell so far, if I actually mute that just there, you can see it's got some speed to it. That's one of the first things we see straight away. It looks like it moves quite quickly, considering it does have like a giant saddle, like metal saddle that you can actually sit inside of a turret. One of the things as well, as you can see, when it actually parks down and you're in that turret, you can instantly start spraying your machine gun from it, and it looks like it does a lot of damage. I mean, look at that machine gun for a saddle. When we carry on watching a few other things, is that if we just quickly go through it, it looks like it's gonna be good to have the Sarchos in like a pack. I'm sure even on its own, it would be very, very powerful. It's just, you know, just riding one of them. But if you have a whole tribe of Sarchoses, I reckon they would be so much fun. As mentioned, it cannot take as much damage as some of the bigger creatures. So this is something where you're not gonna probably want to get too close to some of Ark's larger creatures, otherwise I'm sure it's going to be quite low on health. But as long as you know, I don't know if it's actually, does it show an attack, or is it mainly just its turret that's going to be the main key? That's what it looks like from here so far. Can it keep? There's no way it keeps up. Was that raptor jog in there? That raptor was running and it seemed to actually keep up with a raptor. Look at the size of it as well. It's actually massive. Yeah, and it looks like it's got something you can kick from behind. So it does have an attack where it can kick. It doesn't look like it bites, but something that Wildcard didn't actually show in this trailer, which is I was actually shocked about. I was trying to look for it from here. Is we know from the dossier that this thing can actually charge through water, and when it runs through water, it actually runs to the bottom of the ocean, as long as there's ground, and it's actually a very good mount at collecting things on the bottom, like resources in the sea. see, like silica pearls and stuff, is really useful, and it can just run straight along. It won't float or anything like that. You won't swim. You just run straight through the water, and that's why it would have been cool to actually see Wildcard put that in the trailer. But yep, introducing the Andrew Sarchos coming to the game June 2022. It is only, if you've got to think, until the release of this map now, it is only 2 months, less than 2 months now. Well, when I say less than 2 months, we don't know the official date. It could actually be the 18th of June. So if it is the 18th of June, then that'd be that would be perfect, really. I think it'll be a good time. I reckon it'll be sort of mid-June we see this. Obviously, Excellent Adventure is now live. It went live on Monday, right? Yes, I think it's been out for a while. These are the event rates that you can read here: ×3 harvesting, taming. And so, if you do want to hop on and if you want to see the full details, there is a video on my channel as well, going through the full Excellent Adventure 7 stuff, just in case you want to see that. Obviously, that's the same thing as the Evo event. There was a community corner too, which was some. If you do want to pause the video, like I always say, to read through some stories, and I always love seeing the ones about the early days of Ark. I always feel like they're some of the best ones. Shout out to GG Fizz for doing a medieval castle build showcase. That looks like Skyrim to me. Like, it really reminds me of like Whiterun. It looks really, really awesome. I mean, when you think people create stuff like this in Ark, even if there is mods, it still takes so much time and effort, and they always look awesome. The Ark PvP video base tour, if you're interested in that. We've got some fan art here. We've got a Reaper, and is that a Giga? I think that's like an aberrant. Yeah, no, that's like a corrupted Giga, right? I think there. And then we have a awesome Maywing drawing. We have a Parasaur. We have a main survivor speed run. We have Ark 2, which is this is a drawing of the new Ark 2 photo we got from Unreal Engine 5. That is unreal. Like, this is when you realize that some people are just so talented. We have a snow owl. I really like this one actually, of a raptor. This sort of always brings me back from some books that I used to read as a kid, you know, like all these adventure books and stuff. I used to love so many, like, you know, turn to this page type books, if any of you guys even know what I'm going on about there. In-game screenshots here. I always loved seeing these because you get some. There's only 2 this week, but yeah, they are your in-game screenshots. And then they said, have an excellent weekend, Studio Wildcard. So I hope you guys all had a fantastic Easter, or whatever you were getting up to over the weekend. Obviously, as I mentioned, it was my birthday, so you know, I spent a lot of time with friends and family, and it was just really nice. And yeah, I've just got quite a lot going on at the moment in life, in the sense of it's different. I know a lot of people have been asking me, Dom, why have the uploads been very like sort of not as much as they usually are, and I've got so much work stuff going on, and I'm just sort of, for the first time in 5 years, I mean, I've been doing YouTube full time for a long time, and for the first time it's like that kind of stage where I've got so much to work on, and I need to get like an amazing schedule going on. So that means I'm pumping out 2 videos a day within the hours that I have in the day, because sadly at the moment I don't have a crazy amount of hours. I do want that to come back one day, but as I said, you know, I'm gonna just be always here to give you guys the news no matter what's going on in my life, because this channel means the world to me. But there is one thing I wanted to mention before anything else. Is it's so odd, this introducing Ark Ultimate Survival Edition on Nintendo Switch. So they said, we're thrilled to share something special with the Ark community, the Switch community. We've partnered up with a talented third-party developer to completely rewrite the Ark Switch code from the ground up, with the latest version of Unreal Engine 4 to be released in September 2022. This new Switch experience will include enhancements and upgrades to bring it into line visually and functionally with the Xbox One and PS4, and we love how it's shaping up to be, and we feel confident you will too. Prepare yourselves for a completely overhauled and updated Ark experience for Switch, with all new features, visuals and functionality of other platforms. And don't worry, you will retain your progress and save data. It's a win-win. And that's not all. The epic adventure continues with the upcoming launch of the Ultimate Survival Edition on Switch in 2022. It will be priced at $49.99, packed with hundreds of hours of content, including the relaunch of ARK'S Survival Evolved and Scorched Earth, with a massive expansion packs to follow with the months ahead. The Ultimate Survivor Edition includes includes obviously the revamped Unreal Engine 4 features, Scorched Earth. How mad is that to think Scorched Earth is coming out again in September 2022? Additional expansion packs added in 2-month intervals: Aberration, Extinction, Genesis Part 1 and 2. New cinematic story content to further expand the narrative of Ark Survival Evolved. Young Explorers mode, take a journey through a new educational game mode that invites families and kids to learn about the fascinating prehistoric creatures that inspired the game. Young Explorer mode is appropriate for the smallest of survivors. That is very interesting. Custom server support powered by Nitrado. That's cool. All improvements will be coming to the base game, and of course will be free for everyone who owns Ark Survival Evolved on Switch. Players who own the base game can opt to purchase expansion packs if they wish. Join us on this journey as we expand the content and Ark universe in September 2022 and finally deliver the Ark experience that Nintendo Switch deserved. So that's pretty big stuff. Obviously, when I first read it saying that the Ark new version is going to be $49.99, I thought, oh no, this is not going to go down very well. But it's very, very nice that if you already have Ark on the Switch, you can return to it for completely free, apart from the expansion packs, obviously you will need to buy. But Switch really deserves this. It's been years, it's been given no love. So many people bought it, and even I was excited to think, you know what? I mean, I've had a Switch for years. I think I've had my Switch for like 5 years, or some. I think it's come up to 5 years, and I used it a lot for a certain amount of time, and when Ark came out, I thought, you know what, this is when I'm going to start to use it more. But I just haven't really used my Switch that much, and I feel like having an Ark on it as a fully playable version will be fantastic, because I do miss when I used it a lot. But yeah, anyway guys, that's the full video. I hope it did keep you up to date with all the news. Leave a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. This week will be totally different. There's going to be a video pretty much every single day. I'm really going to get back on that grind for you guys, get those videos out. As I mentioned earlier, this channel means the world to me, and whenever I'm not uploading as much as I normally am, it really does get to me. There's something that if you ever listen to some other YouTubers, they will say the same thing. You know, taking a break on YouTube, I know it's a good thing to do, but it never leaves your mind, and that is why I'm so glad to be back and uploading for you guys. So see you guys in my next video, which should be tomorrow. I just said it will be tomorrow. See you guys then.